What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Just Des TV. Thank you guys for stopping by, child. Thank you guys for stopping by. So we don't really have nothing to talk about. I don't have nothing to talk about. We just gonna go through some hot topics on Neighborhood Talk. You know, shout out to the Neighborhood Talk for giving us some tea. We just gonna go through some topics that I have found on the Neighborhood Talk, just so that we could just discuss what's going on in this world. So now I'm scrolling through TikTok the other day, and I see this school used a black girl as a target practice for their tennis team. Now, as I'm listening to the story, she wanted to join the team, and they wasn't trying to let her join the team. And then eventually, I don't know how she got to join the team, but now all of a sudden they are using her as target practice. And then when her mother went to the school and made a big stink, three teachers, including the vice principal, I think they said, tried to brush it off like it was nothing. I'm gonna play the video and then we're gonna come back and discuss.
Who allegedly tried to suppress her daughter's complaint of racial discrimination. This is a hell of a story. This incident allegedly happened at Green C. Floyd High School. Miss Crystal Dozier sued the Horry County School District on behalf of her 17-year-old daughter for racial discrimination, harassment, defamation, and retaliation. There's a basis for the complaint. Principal Nick Harris, Assistant Principal Mary Price, and English teacher Kristen Webster are all named in the suit, and there's good reason. According to the complaint, the discrimination started when Dozier's daughter wanted to join the school's tennis team last summer. With millions, her request to join was never answered by Coach Webster, who served as the team's tennis coach. All of the team's members at the time were white females. Dozier's daughter is a black female. When Dozier, the mother, interceded, Coach Webster then permitted her daughter to join the team. However, Coach Webster, according to the suit, allowed all the other girls to use Dozier's daughter as target practice throughout each day's practice, according to the complaint. On August 25th, 2023, Dozier's daughter approached Coach Webster to complain that she was being racially discriminated against. Coach Webster tabled the discussion for later that day, and then invited the assistant principal, Mary Price, and a student of Indian descent with similar complaints to the meeting. During that meeting, Coach Webster allegedly, quote, got argumentative with Dozier's daughter and then berated her, disregarded her concerns of race discrimination, attempted to stifle her complaints, and verbally assaulted her, end quote. The complaint states Dozier later, this is the mother, later met with Price and Principal Nick Harris after her daughter called her to the school. Both Price and Harris claimed her daughter, Miss Dozier's daughter, had been, quote, aggressive and violent during their earlier meeting. Oh my goodness, no ma'am, Miss Dozier, your daughter was out of line, out of control. She was violent. She was aggressive. There are three upstanding adults who can attest to this. Okay. Now, here's the kicker. Price and Harris also attempted to stifle all complaints of race discrimination and prevent Dozier and her daughter from making any complaints to the district, stating they do not allow any race discrimination complaints and that they do not see race at Green C. Floyd High School.
All right. So now that y'all seen that video and y'all seen what they doing in this school, what y'all think about that? In 2024, this is what we doing in 2024, using our children as target practice and calling it something else. What y'all think about that? I just feel like the school is grossly ridiculous and they need to be held accountable. I feel like this girl's mother needs to drag her out of that school ASAP, move out of that state, take her to another place so that she can play tennis like she wants to play tennis. Get her a professional coach or something if you can't afford it. Try to do something. Because I don't think that that's right. I think that that's a gross dereliction of abuse authority, abuse of your authority when it comes to a child, to even allow this as a gym teacher to transpire. I don't know. Y'all comment down below what y'all think about it. I'm just here to share the news, what I'm hearing. Then we're going to move on to the next story. We got another story on TikTok that I had just heard about. This 19-year-old girl. 19-year-old girl. Hold on. Let me just pull up the story so I can get her name right, because I don't want to get her name wrong. Sadie Robinson. Sadie Robinson was 19 years old. I'm going to play the video. Y'all already know I'm always play the video. Sadie Robinson was 19 years old. She met this, I don't know if he was a doctor or he just told her he was a doctor at the store. He used to come into the store where she worked at. He asked her out for a date. They went to 2 bars. They got a couple of drinks. She ended up in turn going back to his house. He dismembered her and then went on a road trip and dumped her parts all over the place. I'm gonna let y'all hear the story, then we're gonna come back and talk about it.
Home is where prosecutors say Maxwell Anderson killed Sade Robinson after the two went on a date last Monday. Now, this case is bringing into light the story that has simmered in the shadows for days. While a concerned family was looking for a missing woman, body parts were turning up all across the city of Milwaukee. And now we have more information on why. Prosecutors say Anderson and Sade Robinson went out to 2 restaurants and bars the night of April 1st, then returned to Anderson's home on South 39th Street. They say at some point that night, Anderson killed Robinson, dismembered her body, then drove her car around while he scattered the body parts in various places.
The allegations and the complaints are abhorrent. It is the highest level of violence imaginable.
Anderson also did Sade's car and lit it on fire. Anderson's attorney first tried to get the homicide charge thrown out.
And there's nothing in here that says that she died at Mr. Anderson's home.
Sade's mother again lashed out.
Totally addressed.
Anderson's attorney then alluded to Anderson being innocent.
Had Mr. Anderson been involved in this horrible tragedy, we would expect one to flee.
But Sade's family had been searching for her ever since her disappearance. Authorities used phone records, surveillance video, and home security video to close in on Anderson. He was arrested Thursday, April 4th. And prosecutors say there are still missing body parts as they continue to look for all the human remains from Sade Robinson.
Officials say the remains found at multiple locations in Milwaukee are still being processed for official identification.
Okay, so now that y'all see, y'all heard the story, y'all see what's going on. What y'all think about that story? I think it's tragic. I think it's sad. I think women need to be very diligent in vetting people or men that they date or potentially date or possible partners, whatever the case may be is. I feel like we should not jump to just whatever that comes our way. I feel like she should have not, I don't want to victim blame at all, but as a woman, you should be more cautious to not go into a man's house on the first date, not getting inebriated on the first date. There's a lot of things that you should not do with a potential first date, and that would cause you to be unaware of your surroundings or what's going on, whatever the case may be. I know we all want to just go with the flow, meet good people, meet good people. But I feel like there's a lot of people out there with malicious intent, and you need to be cautious. And like I said before, I don't want to victim blame. I don't want to do that. I really send prayers to her mom. Her mom was online crying. It's very sad. I don't even understand why he did that to her. What was his cause? But he's on trial now, and maybe eventually, possibly, we'll find out. They still looking for pieces of her. It's just a sad and tragic story that happened to this young girl, 19 years old. She didn't even fully live her life. She was just starting to live. Then we have some bozos, red pill idiots, getting online talking about, oh, that's what we get. She shouldn't have divested. That's what she get. That is not something you say about a 19-year-old girl who lost her life to a crazy predator. And I just feel like just have a little bit of compassion, regardless of how you feel. Take yourself out of the equation, regardless of whether she's dating somebody outside of her race or not. Have a little compassion, because I feel like that was not a nice thing to say. Her mom is grieving heavily. If y'all seen a video on TikTok or whatever, her mom is grieving heavily, and I just feel like that's not a very nice thing to say. I don't care how you feel. If you feel like that, just keep it to yourself. Because she didn't deserve it. At the end of the day, regardless of what it was, she did not deserve for that to happen to her at such a young age. And then imagine what he did to her before he dismembered her. Child. Some people are just not nice. But child, let's go into the blogs. So as I'm on Neighborhood Talk, we see that it's official that Ms. Robin is canceled from Real Housewives of Potomac, which she should have been canceled 2 seasons ago, when she let that story about her husband Juan escape us, and then went on the back door Patreon and had people pay for the story, for what he told her, his receipts that he gave her, which pretty much was not a receipt because nobody believed it but her. I feel like Robin has been hiding her story, her and Giselle both hiding their stories and antagonizing other cast members to tell their stories, and they're puppeteering everybody. I'm here for the petition with Giselle. Giselle needs to be off the show. I stopped watching that show when they got rid of Monique. I thought that I'm not going to talk about the fight. I just feel like Giselle and Robin were the ones, the antagonizers in that story. They pushed Candace. They're the ones. I think Giselle was the hand that smacked Candace's hand away. And then I feel like Bravo needs to be held accountable as well, because Bravo is allowing Giselle to conduct this behavior on national TV. They allowed them to come up with that story about Monique's kid, which was unacceptable. And then when somebody talk about their kids, they get all up in arms and bent out of shape. Bravo allows it. I feel like Robin should have been gone, because that whole time she was dealing with this situation with Juan and the school and the lady in the hotel, and mums was the word. They were all deflecting. They were all deflecting. Giselle was deflecting for her. Ashley was deflecting for her. Robin was deflecting for her. You instead you want to talk about Karen, and you want to talk about Wendy, and you want to talk about Chris Bassett touching or possibly telling Giselle to go into the room. Y'all wanted to talk about everything else, but this whole story was brewing backstage in your backyard, and you hid it. And then you go on your Patreon and you expect people to pay for that bogus ass excuse that you gave us about him and those receipts. Oh, he was a friend that he just so happened to pay for her hotel and didn't do nothing else and didn't get nothing else. Girl, goodbye. I don't care what nobody say. I'm laughing at you. You needed to be going. Giselle needs to be going too. And I'm here for the petition. I'm here for them to boycott the show, because she needs to be going. And the crazy thing is, I used to like Giselle the first 2-3 seasons. I liked Giselle. I even sort of liked Robin. But once they started all of these nasty little tactics that they've been doing for the longest, I kind of was like, nah, this is going too far. They doing too much. They allowing them to do too much. It's too much. And Bravo is perpetuating this behavior. So I stopped watching. And I'm comment down below if y'all still watching, if y'all still paying attention to this Real House. But child, goodbye. See you, Robin. We don't want to see you talking about she cheered for these. Thanks Giselle for being by her side all these seasons. Girl, nobody cares. Nobody cares, Miss Robin. Nobody cares. And then she gonna say she hopes that she was a good representative for who? Did you teach her? She hoped she taught us something. What you teach us? You ain't teach us nothing, girl. You ain't teach us nothing. You didn't teach me anything. You taught me how to be a conniving, lying fool. That's probably the extent of it. But child, goodbye. Goodbye, child, goodbye. So now, ooh, child, I'm here. I'm looking at, Honey Boo Boo and her sister is going off on Mama June. Child, Mama June done blew all her money from that show on DRUGS. Child, crack at that. Child, they going at it. On Mama June and Honey Boo Boo. She ready to sue her. That's what she was saying. But this lady done lost all of this money. This lady done lost all of this money to, with her man. 32K. This says, shaking my head. Mama June admits she spent majority of Honey Boo Boo's money on DRUGS. She only has 33K despite years of work. Ooh, 33K after all of those years of work that little girl did. She worked so hard for that money, and people teased her and all kind of stuff. And child, look at this. Honey Boo Boo. Ooh, I got some, I'm sitting here looking at some baddies tea. Camilla Poindexter slams baby daddy Donald Penn for allegedly doing COKE around his newborn child. And then she was just had a baby. She was talking about her newborn pouch on that show, Baddies, and twerking it down, child. She says, why Dylan ain't at school? They on Twitter, or Dylan ain't in school. He going to jail, somebody said. Because why you didn't take my child to school, child? Woo! Then she said, he does all this instead of just having my daughter call me. Well, she going to be at the school tomorrow to pick up her Pinterest with Starbucks, and she better have the jacket ready, child. She going off. What type of father don't want their daughter to speak to their mother? Jealous of their own kid. Treat the kids different. Dylan can't have her phone, but her sister can. Just weird and playing favorites. Stop playing with mine. Leave her with her mama if you want to be funny. Child, Camilla is going off on these dudes. She says, stop doing COKE around newborn children. Deadbeat can't even claim one of your kids, but claim the rest grow up. Ooh, child, this is all allegedly. Y'all believe anything that dumb, he called her a dumb bit, say. Y'all lucky I don't care to defend myself to nobody, because you would definitely look at the ratchet chick different if I told my side. And he said, dumb butt. Oh my God, I didn't think you would really respond. Good morning. She called him a COKE head. Child. Woo, this is a gutter. This is Camilla. Child, Camilla and her baby daddy going back and forth at it. Ooh, Candace Dillard is expecting her first child with her husband Chris. They made the announcement. Ooh, girl, go ahead, Candace. They've been trying for a long time, but he already got 4 kids, girl. What you gonna do? Child, what are you gonna do? But they've been trying for a long time, so congratulations to Candace and Chris for having a little bundle of joy coming soon. Let's see what else is in here before I say goodbye to y'all, because I ain't got really nothing to talk about, but I just needed to come and talk to y'all about something, child, something. Because I really wanted to talk to y'all about that girl being used as a tennis, and then the school was using her as a target for tennis. And Miss Sadie Robinson, child, that was my real stories, because I just feel like I don't even understand what's going on, what's happening with black women and black people in general in 2024. Like, why are they playing in our face, for one, and two, why they really don't respect black women enough. And I just feel like it's just sad. It's just sad. It's sad. I don't know. I don't really got nothing to talk about to y'all, but y'all drop that in the comments and let me know what y'all think about these stories. The boys are fighting. Birdman, Rick Ross, and Drake. Y'all care about that? I don't really care about that. I don't really care about that. I don't really care about the boys at all. Fabulous siding with, what his name? Chris Brown? Whatever, child. Oh, more terrible news. What else we got on here? Y'all see Lil' Kim trying to be talking to this young boy, child? I don't understand what's happening. I do not understand what's happening. I don't understand what's happening at all. It's a lot going on. What y'all think about these stories? Nelly is relaunching apple bottom clothing line. Y'all gonna buy it? I mean, he did have some really good apple bottom pieces. I know the shirts was popping for me. I never really liked the jeans, but the shirts was definitely popping for me. They was cute. It was different. And the crazy thing is, all of these girls in this picture look like Ashanti. Like something that Ashanti would wear. Child, he was obsessed with Ashanti. I don't understand why these girls are obsessed with Rick Ross. Like, what the hell do y'all see in him? And they like really going crazy. His baby mama been on the internet for like a whole month. Back and forth. Her and these teeth, child. I really don't understand why they so obsessed with him, but child, it is what it is. It is what it is. See, she's still a Tia Kemp. Says she has some disparaging information on Rick Ross and wants Drake to call her. Child, why? Let the man go. He was with the other. I don't understand this girl, Tia Kemp. And I don't understand why she's so obsessed and want to be on. Literally for a whole month, this lady been on the line talking about Rick Ross. On our internet, talking about Rick Ross. Like, girl, go get something to do. Go find something to do. Go find something to do. Really, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear about your problems with Rick Ross. Nobody wants to hear about Rick Ross. Like, I don't even want to hear about none of that. Child, none of it. None of it. But that's all I'm going to talk about today. I just wanted to come and give y'all a little bit of tea and share, because I did want to share them stories with y'all, because them stories is no joke. But y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about these stories. I am disappointed, but it is what it is, right? Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys when I get back. Peace.